Hi guys, I am Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14 children altogether. 12 of those children still live at home with me. I just wanted to do a quick little, my plant starts are over there. Just a quick little, I was thinking while I was getting myself something to eat, and I was thinking about food and just different things that have been discussed within our family and with others and stuff over the past, I don't know, few days or so, but also thinking about what people have said like over the years to me and just different things. And I just wanted to encourage you. I just wanted to take a minute to like come here and encourage you guys that the Lord allows us each a budget each month for our food. And so just to my goal is as a mother is just to provide the best quality food that I can on the budget that is given to me. And I try to stay within the budget no matter what happens. So if we're going through high inflation times, I still am trying to keep my budget at the same baseline and just find other ways around so that I can cut my costs in other ways. So I made another video before and it talked about health and how we did better without doing like pastas and that type of stuff, even if it was gluten free. Well, yes, that's true. We did a lot better doing that way. But right now, my budget, that does it, it's not that way. I can't eat paleo 100% of the time. And I can't feed 12 children paleo 100% of the time. That said, I try to get the best nutrition that I can for my family with the budget that was is given to me. So, my budget is I say $100 a month per person. So that would be $1,400. So then I add another $100 for like a stock up. And so my budget that I allot myself out of our household budget is $1,500. So I think every area has to have I kind of believe in like Dave Ramsey's plan of like everything needs to be okay, this is my budget and I'm sticking to it. And I really try to keep my budget at this is my budget and I'm sticking to it. This is what's allotted to me. I feel very thankful that the Lord has allowed me to have this. And I eat on less money? Yeah, I could eat on less money. We could eat very basic meals, very, very basic meals, and go for less if we needed to. I feel very blessed that we have what we do have. Is it tight? Yeah, it is tight, especially with inflation and that type of stuff, which causes me to want to grow more of my own food. It causes me to especially get out in the vegetable garden because seeds are so inexpensive. If you're looking at a packet of seeds, MI Gardener has seeds for $2 a package. And you're looking at say 25 seeds in some of his smaller packs, it's like 25 seeds, right? So you're looking at 25 seeds and you could in some cases produce hundreds of pounds of food for your family for that $2. So I want to get out in the gardens and just be a good steward of the land that the Lord allowed me to have, and just make the best of what I have, that might also include that sometimes I need to like change things around. Yes, I'd love to eat paleo. Yes, I'd love to eat a certain way, but I'm going to give my family the best nutrition that I can. Sometimes that doesn't mean taking out things. Sometimes that just means adding things. Things that I like real foods, 100% real foods. I would love to have organic 100% of the time. That is not always the case. If it goes to a point of if I can't buy it organic, but I could afford the conventional, I've been out in the garden all day. If I could afford the conventional, then I would do the conventional, especially in something like a potato or a apple or something like that, because I can always take the peel off, or a banana, I could take the peel off. So I can't always necessarily, in order to get the fruits and vegetables in quantity that I would want to do. Thank you so much. My daughter brought me tea in my cup from my son who passed away. I don't know if y'all have seen this before. So he painted this picture here of this lighthouse. It's really kind of cool. He painted this picture of this lighthouse, which is about an hour from here, maybe 45 minutes, about an hour, I guess, from here. And he painted this picture And this year, we've always gone there. There's like trails and everything. It's called West Cootie Lighthouse. And we've gone there and just visited. Um, we visited it quite a few times. And this past year, they do a sunrise service on Easter down there. And so we went down there and were able to see the sunrise at this lighthouse. And we sang a little song, and it was just really beautiful. But then afterwards, our friends actually are the keepers of that light. So we got to go and have like a meal up in the lighthouse. So, like, when you're in the room, like, we could see the lighthouse. And it felt so special because I knew it was something that my son would have really enjoyed. And it's something that we would have never done without him, because it's on this, their place is on the second floor. And I would never like just leave him downstairs and like knock. I would just decline the visit if somebody had said that. But it was special because it just felt so refreshing and so special to me. Anyway, that was just a little side note. I just want to encourage you guys, just make a plan. It doesn't matter. Nobody needs to say, okay, well, you didn't do this 100% correctly. You didn't do that 100% correctly. We're all on the same path. We're all just trying to feed our families the best quality food that we can, or most of us are. I mean, some people could care less and they just want to feed their families junk food all the time. And that's okay. That's, they can do what they want to do. Maybe they spend their time and their money and their resources in other areas. And that's between like them and the Lord. I feel like my body is a temple because the Bible says that my body is a temple for the Holy Spirit. And because of that, I want to treat it like that. And I want to treat my children's bodies the same way and try to provide them with the most nutritious food that I can. So that is what I was going to say today. I think sometimes when we're trying to change our diets around, that we try to think of all the foods that we need to eliminate. And sometimes it's really not about elimination, but it's more about what you want to have. Say, we ate cereal, okay? And that was something that I wanted to eliminate from our diet. I might not like say, okay, we're not having any more cereal ever. I might say, okay, what are foods that I want to have more of? Well, I really want to eat more eggs because of the health benefits of those eggs. So then I would like increase eating those eggs, right? And I might say, okay, well, some of my kids can't have eggs. So what am I going to eat with the eggs so that those kids could have something on that same day that would be healthy and that type of stuff. So maybe like eggs and avocado and sausage or something like that, like a nice healthy fat. Look at high nutrient dense foods and good quality fats like avocados and avocado oil, coconut oil, those types of things. I just try to buy like quality ingredients in those areas. And then also, I think about things like if I'm going to eat a lot of rice, then I probably want to make that rice be like an organic rice or at least like a non GMO. Like, I'd prefer it to be organic rice because if I'm going to eat a lot of rice, then I would rather than if I was going to have like a handful of berries that week and I was going to, or everyone was going to have a handful of berries and I was going to serve like rice 3 times a week. I think to myself, well, yeah, the berries are on the dirty dozen list, but I'm only going to have it once where I'm going to have this other thing like 3 times. I mean, some people would be like, okay, well, that's the dirty dozen. This isn't the dirty dozen, and just go from there. It really just depends, like, what your own personal preference is. But sometimes we just need to add foods into our life instead of taking them away. I really think that everyone in America is probably low. Well, they're low in vitamin D. They're low in a lot of their vitamins and minerals. One good way to get your vitamins and minerals is through bone broth. So I like to add bone broth into like my rices, my beans, anything that I'm like cooking with. I like to try to add some bone broth in there because you're just bringing another boost of nutrition. And bone broth is really cheap to make. You're using bones which would otherwise get disregarded, and you're able to like boost your nutrition. Another thing is it is the end of the day and my brain just went, I don't know what I was going to say. Let's see, things that you can get for free, like fish. If you can go fishing and get fish for free, though, that is so nutritionally dense. It is amazing, especially oily fish. A lot of times people don't eat oily fish because they're like, oh, it's oily fish. But if you eat it in the right way, then it is good for you and it tastes good. If you don't like something and you think, for instance, say some of my kids don't like radishes. So like radishes like fresh and they do have like a bite to them, right? Well, if they don't like them like that, then I'm going to try 4 or 5 different ways for them to get like nutrition out of a radish. And a radish probably isn't like the best thing, but anything that you are trying to serve that has good nutrition, like if your kids didn't like avocados, well, I would say, like, okay, maybe don't have it just as an avocado. What if you gave your kids chips with avocado? What if you made guacamole? What if and just make it so it's more interesting to your children in order to get that nutrition into your children. Um, yeah, basically use what you have, and you use the budget that you have, and try to do the best nutrient dense foods within your budget, and that's all you can do. You can do it the best that you can, and then leave the rest to the Lord, because ultimately our lives and our health is in the Lord's hands. So I hope this blesses you. I hope some of the videos that I'm going to be having coming up, going to be doing some things just on low cost meals that our family enjoys. I hope that some of those will bless you. If you have some good suggestions, some good like standby favorites that you really enjoy, then put them down in the link below. And if you like videos like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Talk to you later.